Najít podrobnosti o narození Beth lze přirovnat k hledání jehly v kupce sena. Předpokládá se, že se narodila kolem roku 82 ve Spojených státech. Matka zemřela, když jí byl pouhý rok. Zůstala tak spolu s mladším bratrem Jonathanem, vydána na milost a nemilost hrubému a násilnickému otci. Ten ji dlouhé měsíce sexuálně zneužíval. A když dceři fyzicky neubližoval, přišlo na řadu zanedbávání. Své choutky ale nesoustředil pouze na Beth. Snášet je musel i Jonathan. Novými rodiči se stali manželé Tennantovi. Dlouho se snažili o vlastní potomky, ale neúspěšně. Byli tak šťastní, že u sebe doma mohou přivítat 19-měsíční Beth a 7měsíčního Jonathana. Vždyť kdo by nechtěl zcela zdravé a normální děti. Krátce poté ale začala Beth vykazovat psychotické chování. Ještě jako batole umačkala k smrti několik malých ptáčat. Později znásilnila svého bratra. Kromě toho se ho pokusila několikrát zabít, a to údery hlavou o betonovou zem. Neváhala ani vyhrožovat smrtí ubodáním adoptivním rodičům. A aby toho nebylo málo, často se oddávala masturbaci, zejména na veřejných místech. Není tak divu, že i Tennantovi na noc raději zamykali. Věčně ale nemohli žít ve strachu a tak ji v 6 letech vzali k psychologovi. Po několika sezeních s psychologem byla Beth diagnostikována velmi vážná porucha, kvůli které nebyla schopna navázat vztah se svými pěstouny.
Are people afraid of you, Beth? Who's afraid of you, Beth?
John.
Your brother. And what is your brother? Why is your brother afraid of you?
Because I hurt him so much.
Okay. And what at nighttime? What do your parents do to your door?
Lock it shut.
Why do they lock it shut?
Because they don't want me to hurt John.
Right. And they're kind of afraid of hurting John? Of you hurting John? Okay. Are they afraid that you might hurt them?
Yep.
Would you, Beth? When would you do it?
Nighttime.
Okay. Why would you do nighttime?
Because I don't like them seeing me do it. But they can feel me do it.
And what would you do to them, Beth?
Stab them.
Okay. What would you stab them with?
A knife.
Do you ever stick pins in people?
My brother.
Okay. Do you do it a little bit or a lot?
A lot.
Okay. And what are you trying to do to your brother?
Kill him.
Why do you want your brother to die?
Because I was hurt so bad, and I don't want to be around people.
Okay. Who else would you like to stick pins into?
Mommy and Daddy.
What would you like to have happen to them?
Die.
Children to make our lives complete. We felt secure in ourselves and secure in our relationship, but we wanted to share that with somebody else, and we felt like we had a lot to pass on to a child, and that was what we really wanted to do. And when the phone call came, it was like, at last it's here.
It seemed like a miracle. It had happened so quick. We'd heard of couples having to wait 5-10 years on a child, and here we had 2 young children. It was like the answer to our dream.
We had the kids with us, Beth and her younger brother John, for probably a couple of months until we began to learn something about their background and their past. And when we learned it, some things seemed to fall in place about her behavior and John's behavior. From several sources, we discovered that they didn't have enough food to eat. that perhaps even Beth went all day maybe with just a box of Kick cereal. John himself was found in a bassinet with little patches of urine all over it and a dirty diaper and a couple of bottles at his feet that had curdled milk, and the back of his head was completely flat. The front of his head had bulged out, and at 7 months he couldn't raise his head, couldn't roll over. He was just had no stimulation, and we think perhaps that had happened to Beth, and it wasn't very long until she began showing some signs of perhaps even some abuse. There was a nightmare that she had, and the nightmare was about a man who was falling on her and hurting her with a part of himself.
Tell me about your birth father. What was that nightmare like?
When he touched my vagina
Okay.
until it bled, hurt it a lot until it bled, and wouldn't feed me a lot. He'd hit on me, wouldn't be very nice to me.
How old were you?
1.
And in your nightmare, what happens?
I get real scared.
Where are you in the nightmare? What happens in the dream?
I'm in the house, upstairs.
And then what happens, Beth?
When he comes upstairs and, hurt.
How do you feel when you talk about this?
Scared. Like,
Where's your birth father? What's he doing?
he's right there, and there's his hand. His hand's right there.
Where?
Right there. You can't hardly see it because it's green.
What's it touching?
Nejvíce si pamatovala zneužívání, kterého se dopouštěl její otec. Dotýkal se prý její p***ny tak dlouho, dokud nekrvácela. Velmi jí to bolelo. Byl jí pouhý rok. Po odborném vyšetření byla Beth od své adoptivní rodiny raději oddělena. Její výchovy se ujal terapeut Connell Watkins, specialista na intenzivní modifikaci chování.
Does your brother have private parts?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is his private parts?
Penis and butt.
And what do you do with your brother, with his private parts, Beth?
I heard it.
Tell me about it. What do you do?
Now, I pinch it, squeeze it, kick it.
When you do things to your brother's private parts, what does he say?
Stop.
Okay, tell me that.
Well, he says stop, but I don't stop.
Do you hurt him?
A lot.
Okay. And would you like to do that to other boys?
When I caught her with Jonathan one morning, she was molesting him. He was crying and his pants were down, and I said, Beth, what's happening? And she said, I pulled his penis and put my finger up his anus. And I said, didn't he say to stop? And she said, yeah, he did. And I said, did you? And she said, no.
Have you ever rubbed your private parts?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do it a lot?
A lot.
How much do you do that?
Not every single day in Lexington. I did it every single day until it got real bad and messed up, and I had to go to the doctor, and I did not like it.
What do you mean by real bad?
Well, it looked real raw, got all kinds of boo-boos on it, germs, a lot of stuff from my hand.
And it bled?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have animals, Beth?
4 of them.
Can you tell me their names?
Clyde, Shuggy, Darcy, and Annie. And Daddy said a day ago that there was a stray cat who did not have a home, so Daddy was taking care of it and took it to the vet when he had his flight to go.
And what do you do to the animals, Beth?
Stick them with pins.
Do you stick them a little bit or a lot?
A lot.
What are you trying to do to the animals, Beth?
Kill them.
What do they do when you stick them with the pins?
Well, Annie cries. She's a dog.
Byl na ní extrémně přísný. Musela se ho ptát na svolení, když chtěla jít na toaletu, nebo když se chtěla najíst. A i on ji na noc zamykal.
Tell me about the knives. Where did you get them?
From the drawer.
And where else? Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
I got them from the dishwasher.
What kind of knives?
Big sharp ones.
And what do you want to do with those knives?
Kill John and Mommy with them, and Daddy.
And when Mommy asks you about where the knives are, what do you say?
I don't know where they are.
Did you get real mad at him? Did you hit his head real hard? Tell me about it. How many times did you do it? A lot?
Mm.
What was the floor like?
Cement.
And what happened to your brother? Tell me about it.
His head hurt real bad, but his chin, he had to have stitches in it.
Could you stop? Use your words, Beth.
No.
Okay. What was your brother doing when you were doing this?
Playing with the toys.
Okay. Was he asking you to stop when you were doing it? What was he saying?
He was saying, Beth, stop.
And what did you do?
That didn't stop. I just kept on hurting him.
What were you thinking when you were doing that?
Thinking of killing him.
How did you stop? What made you stop?
When I heard Peter walking across the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
it made me stop because I thought Mommy and Daddy would come.
Okay. Did Mommy come? What did she do?
She sent me to my room.
Okay. And what if Mom didn't stop you? What would you have done?
Kept on doing it.
Postupem času začala vyjadřovat lítost nad tím, jaké trápení způsobila svému bratrovi a náhradním rodičům. Bohužel se k nim ale nevrátila. Ujala se jí jiná žena. Beth se u ní velmi dařilo. Vystudovala Koloradskou univerzitu a začala pracovat jako ošetřovatelka. Později se z ní stala zdravotní sestra, specializující se na děti z pěstounských a adoptivních rodin. Platí tak v jejím případě konec dobrý. Všechno dobré.
That's when my birth dad hurt me. I had it all inside and I remembered it and I started doing it.
And what did that do when it was inside?
It made me want to hurt people really bad.
And who did you hurt?
My brother, my mom and dad, and animals. And animals.
Who did it hurt the most?
My brother.
Who did it hurt
Me.
Why don't you tell me that?
It hurt me the most.
How did it hurt you the most?
Because when I hurt other people, I'm hurting my good self.
How you feel right now, Beth?
Bad.
It's kind of tough to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.